did a wonderful job in your first lesson. Now let's come back and start lesson 2. We'll review what we've learned and learn some new concepts today. I can't wait to start. Welcome back to lesson 2. Last lesson was our introduction and our lesson 1 where we talked about tone sets and how the first tone set that you should learn and be comfortable with is the interval of so, mi. So, mi. We worked on some ear training where I played the bells and you identified the pattern if you could hear so, mi or mi, so. And if I did several notes in a row, could you identify that as so, so, mi, so? Those are the intervals that I want you to be very comfortable with. Anytime that you hear that, what we call a third, a minor third interval in music, you can recognize, oh yeah, that's so, mi. And I want to draw your attention again to the resources that you have for solfa sofa. And I think I had them. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so this is your Unit 1. This is going over the tone sets that we'll have. I told you that today we're going to talk about music theory. If you look here after lesson 1, you should be comfortable with these so, mi patterns. And you have them as cards you can print off and have your parent hold them or another sibling and take turns seeing if you can sing these patterns as well. Not only can you identify them from ear training if you hear them being played, but being able to sing them yourself. So if you look at this, I'm going to give you a second and I'm going to see if you can sing it on your own. 1, 2, ready, go. And check yourself if you are using the tones mi, so, so, mi. Those pitches, let's make sure that you use the correct pitch when you're singing these notes. Could you sing so, mi, so, mi? We have another card, and remember you can print these off so you can practice these at home. 1, 2, ready, sing. So, so, mi, mi. Another really fun activity to do with so and mi is to practice them with your hand signs. These hand signs help teachers. So if you're a parent watching this, if you can learn the hand signs and have your students sing back what you sign. For example, if I was your teacher and I stood in front of you and I said, would you sing this pattern, please? They could sing so, so, mi, mi. All right, so those are just activities to really drill that musical interval. An interval is 2 or more notes. So when we hear or we can tell that's so and mi. Those are the solfege pitches that we use to learn how to ear train and sight sing. Now I said this was going to be a lesson in theory. If you look at, whoops, this is the wrong page. If you look at use after lesson 2, use after lesson 3. This is in my beginning videos, the videos that are geared more towards 6 and 7-year-olds. I've broken this concept into 2 different lessons. Now you're an older beginner, and so I'm not going to break this concept down into 2 separate lessons. We're going to do the theory today in 1 lesson. And most of you may be familiar with a musical staff. If you're not familiar with a musical staff, it is how music is written with lines and spaces. Here's an example here in your booklet. You see that this is called a treble clef. These lines, there are 5 of them, they make up a staff. Now, when we're starting solfege and learning about the pitches, being able to sight sing and ear train with this concept, which for some of you, I mean, you're watching level 1, so this might be new to you to be able to sing sol and mi, and like we talked about, do, re, mi, all of these concepts, these symbols, we're using them as symbols to represent the concept of music, okay? I'm not going to start with all 5 lines. What I think is really beneficial to students as you're learning about solfa, as you're learning about singing, is start with something a little bit simpler. So we're using a 3-line staff instead of a 5-line staff in level 1. Now, once you get to level 3, we are going to have a 5-line staff, and you'll have some resources to help you identify the pitches that you're going to sing. But this is a 3-line staff, and you notice I put an S right here. So I'm going to let you look at this for a moment. Knowing what you know about so and mi, do you think you could sing this pattern? Now, I don't have it written out with these letters M and S to stand for so and mi. I've actually written a notation for you to read music and sing back the music. I'll give you the first note. Ready, and here you sing. So, mi, so, so. Now, you might be a really smart piano student. You've already learned what these whole notes are. And you're like, wait a second, Miss Ray, you did not sing that and hold that out for 4 beats. We're going to be talking about rhythm in the next lesson. So for today, I want you to focus on the concept of seeing how notes can look on a staff. Staff, notes, they are moving melodic direction, moving up and down. And I want to show you something. This is a space note, and this is a space note. When we have so, mi, they move from space to space or line to line on a staff. I'm going to show you my bell kit again today. All right, so if you noticed, you would have these written out here. You can see do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. It's kind of hard to hold it and play at the same time. So, is here. Mi is here. You notice we're skipping fa when we sing. When you look at the notation, so is a space note and mi is a space note. So this note right here, that's a line, that would be fa. One thing that's really beneficial in learning how to sing and about music in this way is being able to transpose our pitches to different key signatures. Those are a lot of musical words that you might not know yet. You might, if you, like I said, if you take piano lessons, you might already know about key signatures and about what the note names are on the staff. But for the purpose of learning how to sight sing, we're using solfege, we're using do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and we're noticing how so and mi can be located on a staff by line to line or space to space. So and mi are space notes here. On this example, so and mi are line notes. What's wonderful about this system of learning music is we call it movable do. Do can be anywhere on the staff. Do can be our home note in any single key signature. And the cards that you have to practice your so and mi intervals are written in a way to move them, to move do in different places. We're just working on so and mi. And I want you to print off these cards, and I want you to practice singing so and mi on the correct pitches using so, mi. And you don't have to change your so and mi. For example, if I sang this me, so, me, so. And I went to this one where there's space notes. So, me, so, so. My so was always, my me was always, and that's okay. You can pick any starting note that you want. I could pick for my so to be so, 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 me, me, so, so. I want you to understand that so and me can be anywhere on the staff, but they will be in relation to each other, either space to space or line to line. Print off these cards and practice singing them. What I'd like to do now for the end of the lesson is we'll go through each card and I will point. I want you to sing, and I will sing the pitches after and we can repeat. 1, 2, ready, go. Me, me, so, so. 1, 2, ready, sing. So, so, me, me. 1, 2, ready, sing. So, me, so, me. 1, 2, ready, sing. So, me, so, so. Last one, ready, here we go. So, 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 me. Thanks so much for watching today. Don't forget to use your notebook and your practice flashcards and work on these intervals. We'll see you next time. Bye.